My father never believed I would amount to much. Not because I was lazy or irresponsible, but because I wasn't Daniel. Daniel, my older brother, was the firstborn, the pride of the family, the child people referenced when correcting their own. Be like Daniel. When he aced his exams and passed WAHEC with flying colors, it was like Christmas had come early. We threw a celebration. Neighbors came. Music played. Felt like we had won the lottery. Dad sold one of his plots of land to send Daniel to a private university. He even borrowed money from the church to complete the fees. I was in senior secondary school, grade 2 then. I told Dad I wanted to learn tailoring after school. He barely looked up. Tailoring? That's not a future. Focus on your books or forget it. So I focused on my books, but nothing changed. I wasn't exceptional. I wasn't failing either. I was simply there, present, but invisible. Every time Daniel returned for the holidays, Dad would slaughter 2 chickens. The house would smell of fried rice and celebration. He never did that for the rest of us. One day, I overheard him speaking to a family friend on the porch. Daniel will be a great man one day. That other one, well, he's still trying to find his way. That other one was me. Then Daniel graduated. We threw a party that night. Dad held a bottle of malt in his hands, tears glistening in his eyes. Today my joy is full, he said. My investment is about to pay off. We all believed it. We needed to believe it. Daniel was the chosen one, the one meant to lift us out of struggle. But then, things began to change. He stopped going out, stayed locked in his room. One night, I found him behind the house, crouched low, inhaling something from a plastic bag. His eyes were bloodshot. His hands trembled. That was the night Dad collapsed. We later found out Daniel had been using drugs since his 3rd year at university. No one knew. The pressure to carry the family on his back had crushed him from the inside. Soon, things began to disappear. Dad's wristwatch, Mom's gold earring, even the ceiling fan from the living room. Daniel had become someone else. He went in and out of rehab for 2 years. And when he wasn't there, he was either stealing or lying. But me, I quietly found my own way. After secondary school, I begged Mom to talk to Mr. James, the tailor on our street. He agreed to take me in as an apprentice. While Daniel battled addiction, I was learning to cut fabric, stitch seams, and design custom outfits. I saved every penny. Eventually, I rented a small shop. Then I bought my first industrial sewing machine. Sometimes, Mom would help me iron clients' clothes. And as she did, she'd whisper with tears in her eyes, "God sees you, Michael. Keep going. Don't stop." Then came the turning point. Dad had a stroke. There was no one else. Daniel was back in rehab. Our youngest, Emily, was still in school. So I stepped up. I paid the hospital bills, bought the medication, covered the physiotherapy sessions. My tailoring business, the same dream Dad had once dismissed, became the lifeline our family desperately needed. One afternoon, I drove home in the used car I'd just bought. Not to show off, I was making a delivery. Dad was sitting on the front porch, thin and tired. He looked at me for a long while, then said, in a quiet voice, "Michael, I was wrong." That was it. 3 simple words, but they meant everything. Later that night, he laid a shaky hand on my head and prayed for me. For the very first time, Mom stood silently in the doorway, wiping her eyes. Not every star shines the brightest. Some glow softly, waiting for their moment. My father chose Daniel, but life chose me. And in the end, it wasn't brilliance that saved my family. It was quiet, steady consistency. So never write off a child. Some seeds bloom early, some take longer, but every seed deserves water, light, and love.